Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and our home team. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Bortles now on first down. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Carl Lawson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Curtis. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
372. 380. 380.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carlos Dunlap in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Play action. Now it's Bortles. Rolling to his right. And he's going to go down again. Carlos Dunlap getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. And the Jaguars send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Now here's Ross. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
319.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Calais Campbell on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Reset. Hey, easy.
On second down, here's Mixon. And some room to roam now. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
319. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on first down. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
Zoom.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Jumbo!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ross on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the hometown guys with a football here to begin this second quarter of play. But they face a second and long to start things out.
That's fine. Yeah. Get reset. Hey, easy. No. 319.
Rodgers going to throw. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call.
319. Zoom. 319.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. He gets hard.
And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Jordan Willis in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
That's right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That's right.
From the gun on third down, Bortles dumps it off to Fournette. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes there's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And some room to work. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. It's Mixon on the counter. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
We have so many different terms for 3rd down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. How about 3rd and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
158. Jump out.
Here's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Zoom. Jump out.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's lost. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Let's go, come on.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down.
Oko, over here. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
319.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And now he'll tuck it and run. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, check 26. Zoom.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Rodgers now from the gun. He'll throw. Caught in here by Tyler Eifert. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st down, Rodgers And that's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Zoom. Jumbo! Get 300! Get 300!
On the toss, Mixon. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, check 26! Zoom.
Now Rodgers operating from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Mixon with it. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Rodgers. And able to connect with Barrios. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Hey, check 26. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Zoom. Zoom.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Telvin Smith in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. So now Randy Bullock with an important field goal try here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans are the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
Sunday.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And an alley to run. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to be netted about the 43. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The Jaguars on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Bortles. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he spins past him and into space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They'll run with Mixon, and he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Jumbo! Hey, check 26. Zoom.
Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
You have no timeouts. You absolutely know you have to get out of bounds. That's been practiced many, many times. Can't afford to blow it in this situation.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Well, sometimes you get a mismatch in these divisional round games. Not here. This has been everything we could have hoped for.
Okay, Brandon, don't get mad at me, but it's time for the old cliche.
Bring it.
Neither of these teams deserves to lose. But in the end, it's looking like the late field goal is going to be the difference in this game.
That's a good cliche. We'll let that one go. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side. And now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL.